It's been a strong week for the DCEU, and we've got all the updates here.
Spider-Man No Way Home's wrapped.
And COVID strikes again, delaying the slate of films. News indeed, chaps. Thanks very much. Welcome back to another episode of the Weekly Cut. Everyone's been looking forward to this episode because it's my turn to open it.
Who has names? Give us names.
Me,
Mum, Nan.
everyone. I'll open it with a joke this week, I think.
Oh.
Bring a little spice to it.
Okay.
What's irritating that won't go away?
How it is?
Zack Snyder's Army. We'll go into it more.
We will.
With me, Connor, Brad and Craig.
Hello.
We put the news up top. We've got a lot more, so stick around. But first of all, we'll go straight into Marvel with Craig.
All right, so obviously Falcon Winter Soldier episode 2 come out this week. A little bit of news, which I don't know if it's surprising. We'll throw it out, we'll see. Falcon Winter Soldier was the most watched Disney Plus premiere.
Yeah.
There's a few smart-ass comments going, well, that ain't hard because no one's watching anything. Well, it is because you had WandaVision and you've had both series of Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I think it's quite an achievement.
I think it is, yeah.
Especially with Mandalorian, sort of season 2 Mandalorian.
Yeah. I don't know now, though, the way that ended, season 3, I think, is going to smash it. Do you know what I mean? The way series suited. But, fair play to him because I would have imagined WandaVision would have been because it was the first... Marvel TV show to be done, but no, this.
I wonder if Mighty Ducks will be accessed out now. So
I was going to message you actually. it's up there when I log into Disney Plus, but I assume no one's watched.
No.
I didn't even know it was out. I wasn't a big fan of the original. I don't think.
Oh, I did like the original.
I don't actually remember it. Anyway, so off the back of that, I'll just do a quick run through of it. Episode 2, Brad, thoughts?
Much better. I think we made a joke, but it was a joke with truth. We said that this is what we signed up for. We obviously they finally meet, and we needed that aspect. The buddy cop routine was great. We got that. We all knew that scene was coming with the lorry action sequence, just thought it was an all round step up, and I'm excited now and intrigued in the new, in inverted commas, Captain America.
Yeah. I think the fact they didn't visit a bank was a plus to me. New Captain America, I did like him to start off with. He was a bit of a dick. But it's much, much better.
Yeah, I think I said in the review we posted was I think the John Walker character has gained a few fans because he seems like he's a character I don't think you want to like really, but I think you do get like I like to see where it's going to go.
Yeah.
But much better. I like Brad said, buddy cop thing. Very for older listeners, Lethal Weapon style.
Yeah.
The way they do sort of get on, don't sort of get on. It's going to be quite a little fun dynamic to go along with it. All round good. Introduced. Quickly talk about Isaiah Bradley. We posted. So Isaiah Bradley was a forcibly injected super soldier. From back in World War II days. I think it was just after Pearl Harbor, I think is when he joins the war. Really, really good scene.
Very powerful.
Yeah. I would like to see, he mentioned about, obviously, when he was sent after to kill the Winter Soldier years back and managed to tear off half his arm and stuff. Well, that'd be quite cool. Maybe a flashback with that could be quite interesting.
Well, what I did hear that apparently that's not in the comics, so...
No.
Why would they mention that? Maybe we have got a flashback. Because that's quite a specific thing. I don't know. That's just something to think about.
Well, the Winter Soldier is still a retro-fitted character because he wasn't around in the original Captain America comics. No, like from the 50s and 40s. That doesn't exist. It's a character who was put back into it. Much like this Isaiah Bradley, though, because one of the facts we put up, he first appeared in 2003 comic, so it's sort of retro-fitted backwards. So
just a quick mention. For a serum that doesn't apparently work, there's a lot of super soldiers out there.
Yeah, it's
a little bit.
The thing is, like with like the facts you read about this sort of stuff, and like with Bucky and stuff like that, the super soldier serum that was lost after Captain America went, they all have sort of side effects. They're not perfect, so I don't know what's wrong with Isaiah Bradley. He seems a bit angry.
in Avengers on the Quinjet, Coulson shows him a video of Hulk, doesn't he? And he goes, everyone's tried to recreate your serum, but no one's come close, sort of thing.
Yeah.
They have.
Well, to be fair, out of that, like one of the facts that we put up, there was 300 African Americans who were taken for this thing, and only a handful of them survived. So it's not perfect, but you're right. There is
get there in the end.
Eventually.
My little gripe with this show at the moment, because it's been 2 weeks, and they keep sort of touching on modern day issues. So like last week it was the mortgages and loans and stuff, not being able to get a loan. And this week it was Sam getting stopped by the police. And it's like, it's fine, but in this is my escape. Don't you just want to escape it?
Yeah,
it's
you're
a
right.
superhero program. You don't need to do that.
It's a very BLM moment right there and then.
We'll touch on it in when we do our Superman and Lois sort of mid-season review later on, but that's why CW verse failed. It's because they become very, and I don't really use the term, but woke.
Yeah.
They become very, very, very woke. Yeah. All of them, not just
one.
one.
It's a good point. Yeah. It is. Even I think there's a bit later on in that episode when Bucky says that he referred to like his people, and the joke was like he didn't mean white people. It was the Hydra thing, wasn't it, later on in the episode? So, it's good. And then obviously you get a look at Eli Bradley, who is a young Avenger called Patriot, which I think I had a conversation with you separately. Earlier in the week where they're building obviously the team. You've got the 2 kids from WandaVision. You've got the Hawkeye series, Kate Bishop. You've got Ant-Man's daughter, who's now been recast and be Stature, Ironheart, Disney Plus series, and Ms. Marvel. So there's going to be a young Avenger.
We're all here.
Yeah. So pretty much, that is what's happening. And then obviously to end that little recap off, they go and see Zemo, which I think is going to be a good way forward.
We need him. Yeah.
Sorely needed.
Yeah. I think it's going to be good when he comes into it. Anyway. Now, the big news that I think everyone predicted has happened. Black Widow is finally releasing.
I thought you were going to talk about Connor's loss of £10 this week.
He means weight as well, not money. Black Widow is now officially releasing in theatres and on Disney Plus on July 9th. I think the original date was May 5th or something like that. Obviously, our cinemas weren't going to be open by then. It was about a month. No, it would have been about 2 weeks too early for our release dates. I don't think anyone else is really opening up that much in the world, apart from Australia. They seem to be doing whatever they like now. Disney Plus, good decision.
I think so. Yeah.
Probably you're going to say it as well, but why it took this long? If this was your inevitable outcome anyway.
Yeah.
When this hybrid device has been going on for quite a while now with Warner Brothers or whatever. But yeah, I'm glad they've finally done it and we can watch it because it's the most draining thing ever to keep seeing Black Widow.
I think just because of this whole, delayed, by the time that comes out, that's going to be 14 months delayed. And not being funny, people may shoot me for it, but no one was really that excited for it in the first place. Yeah. It was sort of could have been a straight to Disney Plus sort of film in the first place. But delayed 14 months. Whatever, just get it out now. I mean, we're going to watch it, but and I'm sure everyone who's watched the Marvel films will watch it anyway. But yeah, great decision by them. I still think, and we rumoured it a couple of episodes ago now that sorry, it's the first week we've got the window open and it seems like someone's doing donuts outside. It's the what was I saying? He threw me off.
We rumoured it a couple of weeks
ago. Is it someone doing opera?
Sorry. I don't know what's going on. Anyway.
Okay.
I know what I was saying. Sorry. So a couple of weeks ago, we rumoured that, the rumour, we didn't rumour it, we didn't start it, but the rumour was that they was waiting to see how Raya did on the, and this is now, when did Raya come out? It was
March
5th.
Yeah.
So almost a month ago, so 3 weeks, a month ago. Maybe that's pushed it, because Raya everyone seems to have seen it, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm going to close that window.
1 second. Please do. I don't know what that is.
Anyway... Yeah, good decision. Look forward to doing it. July 9th.
Yeah.
Next thing after that, Shang-Chi's now been delayed from July. Obviously, Black Widow's moved back to that release date. Shang-Chi's gone back to September 3rd. So it's still the 4 films this year: Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals. I don't think Eternals is coming out when they say, like we said last week, we've still not seen anything or literally anything. But Shang-Chi we haven't either, and that's September. So, and then Spider-Man 3 December, which leads on to the next point. The Spider-Man 3 No Way Home has wrapped.
Yes.
It seems short. I kept thinking that seems really short.
Yeah.
But then when I looked at it, the actual production started in November. I thought it was later than that. So end of October, start of November, apparently it started. So, it's about right. 5 months, almost 6 months for filming.
Yeah.
The rest of the time is just the crazy amount of special effects that's going to be in it. No leaks. No leaks whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, we mentioned it last week, that huge set they built anyway. Yeah. So if you was going to have no leaks, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Build a whole state, basically, to film this in. They've done really well with it, which, again, can only sort of lead you to believe that they're obviously hiding something massive.
Yeah.
Now, there's a bit of I think we did post it, but then I think we got a bit scared in case we got deleted and cancelled because the original crew member who posted the a set of gifts that cast and crew were given to mark the end of the filming was released onto social media, and then very shortly after, his account was taken down off Twitter.
I think he was deleted from the world.
Yeah,
man.
He's not been seen.
No. He has come back now, though. He got reinstated and basically come out with sort of a fluff piece saying, like, this wasn't what it was meant to be and maybe covering tracks. Okay. But anyway, some people said it's fake. The image, I should explain what the image actually is. The image is, so it's a load of gifts for the cast and crew. But the most important thing on it is there's a T-shirt, and it looks like it's the Amazing Spider-Man 1 Andrew Garfield suit on it, which obviously is the rumours that are going around. But then also there's like a, I don't know what it is, like a little leaflet or something with a photograph of Spider-Man on, but the text is in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, the old PlayStation 3 text, that sort of text. So it leads more to that. That's what's happening. Yeah. Now it's come out saying it's faked. It was a fake thing, but then he was deleted. The image was deleted.
Yeah, exactly.
If it was fake, you wouldn't really do that. But yeah, we didn't post it because just out of pure fear because of Warner Brothers. Basically,
it wasn't us. We swear.
We did share it, but apparently I've read on the guidelines that's allowed as long as we didn't actually originate it. So anyway, yeah, cool. Should be getting something soon, or anything, some announcement.
Yeah, and they're all lined up for a talk show soon. The three.
Yeah, the three apparently so, but rumours. Who knows? I don't think they'd do it like that. I think maybe Tom Holland would be on, say, a Jimmy Kimmel or Fallon thing, and then the other two might come out as a surprise or something. I don't know. Or they just don't bother, and we're all wrong, and that never happens. Seems more likely. Some four Love and Thunder news. Jeff Goldblum's been spotted on set.
Slightly well at me about that. Yeah,
he was a fantastic character. Definitely a Taika Waititi style character, and. Yeah, you can't not like
just
him.
Put the makeup on him and just press play on the camera.
Let him do his thing.
No one needs to give him a script. I don't think.
Have him dancing with his quite clearly obvious prostitutes around him again, dancing, singing, celebrating. Yeah, like it with his little melty stick or whatever it's called. And also breaking news today, Brad found is that Russell Crowe has now been confirmed for Thor: Love and Thunder. This is a huge cast.
Yes,
very huge. Because don't forget, obviously you've got Thor's and Chris Hemsworth, all the rest of them associated with that. But you've got the Guardians of the Galaxy in it as well.
Yeah.
So that's already a huge cast as it is. Yeah. Now you've got, well, obviously the Melissa McCarthy, Sam Neill, Matt Damon. Who else with them plays? Luke Hemsworth. Yeah. And now you've got Jeff Goldblum. You've got Tessa Thompson. You've got Russell Crowe. Obviously Natalie Portman's back. It's a big cast,
and he can't be to do with or just what I'm thinking here. He can't be the play because he would have been seen.
Christian Bale. So I've got.
Oh yeah, of course he's the villain. But yeah, he would have been seen when Melissa McCarthy was seen in her big. So he's got a mystery role, is what Deadline have reported. God knows what it'd be, but as Craig said, that's huge.
It's a huge cast.
Their payroll department's going mental.
I mean, they can afford it.
Oh yeah,
it's like when Apple bring out something new. There's no worries about they're affording it. I mean, this film is making $1 billion. There's no question about it. So good news all round for that. I forgot to mention this up top.
Ooh.
So Falcon and Winter Soldier. What did we all hate about WandaVision by the end of it? It was the cast and crew coming out, saying stuff, building expectations.
Yeah.
I mean, they went too far.
Yeah.
This is starting to go down the same route. So Malcolm Spellman, who's the creator of the series, has come out and said specifically, this is what I think annoys me more. Specifically, he said episode 5 has some surprise characters in it and is a tearjerker. It's going to make, his exact words were, it will make you cry.
So that's capturing all of them.
Yeah, maybe, but that's exactly what it does. Me saying that to you now, you've then just gone, Cat's Funeral.
Yep.
Maybe it's that. Yeah, maybe it's 100 other things. Who knows? But if it's going to be a sad moment, don't tell people.
Yeah, so we expect it.
Yeah, it's odd.
And you've just killed the surprise that you've just said's coming. No, we know there's a surprise. So it's just
surprise characters, and you're going to cry, a tearjerker moment.
So
I'll tell you what, for people who are not interested, maybe like what Holly and Belle did with WandaVision, maybe they will cry now. But the people who are most interested in these series now is watching this thinking, well, I know something's happening in episode 5. There's surprise characters. So guess what? I'm not going to be surprised.
Yeah.
Just stop saying things.
I feel like Kevin Feige's on holiday or something.
He's got some annual leave.
Actually, it's so true.
He's got some annual leave. Just really strange, but it's beginning again. That's it for Marvel. I might as well just go straight to Star Wars. Just one.
Yeah.
Okay, a plug for. Oh, that's it. I thought you were going to plug a spot or something. What do you need?
And we're in.
Oh, we're in. Right, okay. So Disney today released an updated cast list for the Kenobi series. As well as the cast list, they confirmed that it will begin production soon. I think it was rumoured to be in April anyway. I think we posted about it a while ago, so that's about right. Cast list as to be expected: Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen as Anakin/Vader. Need to pull this closer. I forget the glasses. Moses Ingram, don't know who that is. Joel Edgerton's in it, who's going to be back as Uncle Owen. Bonnie PC. Yep, we'll go with that. Don't know who that is. Kamali Nanjiani is in it. Comedian, I think he is. Maybe?
Show your face.
The second row, second in.
Bear with.
Oh, what, the Asian guy?
Yeah.
Oh, the one from Eternals?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
He's a comedian.
Oh, right.
Is he the same one as in Eternals?
Yeah, same one.
The one who got absolutely shredded?
I'm pretty sure, definitely him. I'm sure it is.
He's getting about.
Fair enough. Didn't like him. We reported before that Indira Varma from Game of Thrones in it as well. Rupert Friend, who's a proper old school actor. I don't know anything he's been in recently. O'Shea Jackson Jr., I'm not sure who that is.
Oh, he's from Den of Thieves. Do you remember the really cool... Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. And then Han from the Fast and Furious franchise is back for it. Sun Kang. Simone Kessel, I'm not sure who that is either. And Benny Safdie.
Good old Benny.
Whoever they are, fair enough. But
decent cast, though.
Yeah, Disney, like we said before, Disney don't really miss on casting, really. So it's going to be a good series. Looking forward to it, and production starting soon.
Good.
But yeah, that's it for me. I'll pass you over to, I don't know.
Do you want to get the comics out of the way and then go into...
Do it.
Yeah. Right. Let's start with Connor's favourite topic. Restore the Snyderverse. Just before we... I'll say the news first, then we'll have a quick just mention each of what we think. So, obviously, since Zack Snyder's Justice League, and if you want to check out our review of it, was it last week? It wasn't it? Yeah. Go back to our episode last week. We take a deep dive and give our thoughts on it and the future of maybe the sort of DCU, etc., as well as obviously the film itself. But anyway, so... As expected, the army of Zack Snyder has unleashed upon the world, and Armageddon is happening. I think we all... So first of all, for anyone that is a Snyder fan, I think we all are for restoring the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
But we obviously... You can think that, but you don't have to be toxic about it.
But I think the point is, like we said last week in our review, the end point of the film doesn't make a difference. So regardless of whether it's restored or not, it doesn't really matter, because when you want to do a watch through, you just watch whatever version you want. It doesn't matter really. I get what they're saying.
That's a practical person you're thinking of.
Yeah.
But no, I sort of see where people are coming from. Like, it is a bit annoying. It must be if you're a massive... I mean, I'm a fan, but it must be very annoying if you're a massive fan and they just, for some reason, are saying this is not canon, even though it was a massive, huge success and was better than their... It's just a bit strange. So I can see where they're coming from. But anyway, the news is, which we reported it at the time, was that it was over a million tweets and trending worldwide. I think it reached up to about 2 million, something crazy. But
that is still going.
It's still going, yeah. So, and obviously all the posts we go on, because we're in the world, obviously, of TV and film in our socials, and we can see it everywhere. I mean, The Rock's post about Black Adam, which will come on in a second, let's just restore the Snyderverse in there and bring back
we did the DC slate. It was more in there.
It's so it's everywhere, and it just comes to think. I mean, we've said it. We think that what Warner Brothers are doing, let the dust settle. Then they'll pretend maybe a year down the line or whatever they've come up with a great idea to restore the Snyderverse.
Yeah,
I think that's probably or some element. I don't think they're going to be brave enough to say no, we're not doing it.
The thing is, even Zack Snyder jumped on it.
Yeah,
didn't he?
I didn't see that. That's strange. I didn't think he would do that.
He was on a Reddit forum.
Right.
He was actually on it, and I can't remember what he said now, but basically said, he said Warner Brothers has to listen.
Oh,
that was his.
Adding fuel to the fire.
Yeah. Usually he's been quite. He's always said, "Oh, look, I'm happy to come back with the balls in their court," sort of thing.
Well, he's the one who come out and said they're not carrying this on. There's not going to be my sequel. This is what it is.
Yeah.
This is the problem when you give fans power.
Yeah.
When they petition for the Snyder Cut, and they get it. They think, well, I'll get what I want then. If I do this, I carry on. I'll get it.
It's just like anything. You give like a child, you give them something, and they just want more of it anyway. So why would you? But then again, they pressured him into getting a Snyder Cut, so it probably will work.
Well, so fair play to the fans because we had a great film out of it. But yeah, I think the point that fans like us are what we don't, and you can. The hashtag's fine. You can tweet that all day long, whatever you want to do. People don't free, but it's the sort of toxicity which I see a lot.
Yeah,
and you shouldn't put down the DCEU. People like sort of saying not watching Black Adam because they won't restore the Snyderverse.
Yeah,
I mean they definitely still will be. So
it's stuff like that which I just completely don't agree with. But that is massive, and I do think to what Zack Snyder has said, I do think Warner Brothers have to listen. It's just too much.
Yeah,
but. Again, the caveat is, from a logical point of view, it doesn't matter if they do or don't. It makes no difference whether they... All restoring the Snyderverse is literally them going, this is now the version.
It's not, because obviously he has plans for Justice League 2, 3, and obviously that won't happen if they don't restore it. So you're right. I
still think it will.
You're right about the film, that obviously it didn't really make a difference, but if they don't bring back Zack Snyder, we're not going to get his visions, because I won't go into it today, but he's basically come out and said his whole vision,
the trilogy,
and it sounds incredible, I must admit. So, but anyway,
I mean, all I'll say, they didn't listen to me when I said Fire Amber Heard. I'm still waiting. So
you get 2 million tweets, you may do that.
Right. Anyway, so moving on, that's the Snyderverse. We've covered that. Now let's talk actual DCEU, because it's been a strong fourth time.
Go
strong, and I've said the word strong because we're talking about The Rock. Here we go. So. Big news broke yesterday. The Rock announced on his Instagram that he's got an announcement coming from the Man in Black himself, Black Adam. We sort of guessed it was probably going to be maybe a suit reveal or a release date, which we did get. And he basically took over Times Square. And check out our socials at the Weekly Cut. We've put the video on there, and it's very, very cool. What did you think of that? We'll come on to the date in a second.
That is a strong marketing for that, to take over the most iconic place.
The budget must have been... Although, can I just say, I think because of COVID, the advertising budget might have been discounted to go in it. You know what I mean?
Without question,
there's no one there.
Yeah,
but
just one car went past.
There was hardly any. Yeah, I have to say I was a little bit disappointed. I thought you might have seen a bit more. Maybe I think I would have preferred to see him in the suit.
Oh, I would have loved that.
With saying the release date.
But knowing they're not, even the sets ain't even built yet, I thought...
Yeah, but he's had a costume fitting.
Oh, he's confirmed he's worn it. Yeah.
There's photos of him out there. We've got Nicolas Cage, a Superman suit from years ago. We can get him.
And you do not need CGI to make him look good.
There's no muscle suit required here.
So, I agreed. I suppose the video did help because it was pretty cool. But the news anyway is that it's officially will release July 29, 2022.
Can you ever say officially releasing now?
Probably not.
You just never know anymore, do you?
It's going up against Black Panther. I think. Ooh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read.
At the same time?
I'm pretty sure I read that Black Panther at the minute, again, as you just said, schedules subject. But yeah, at the minute it's in, and I think there's a few other strong films. I'll have to Google it after. There's a strong month for July. But anyway, so yeah, big news, really highly anticipated, regardless of my weird love for Dwayne Johnson. But anyway, staying on Black Adam. Probably my favourite news in a long time in terms of casting. I can't even emphasise how much I love this.
On this one.
Pierce Brosnan has been cast as Dr. Fate in Black Adam. Discuss. I need a drink.
Can I just say, I don't know the character. I don't really care about the character, but I just love the fact that Pierce Brosnan's in a superhero film.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't even know who Dr. Fate. I know what he looks like. I'll tell you what though, Boss Logic did a fantastic job. Have you seen that?
Seen it, yeah.
Boss Logic did. He's a very talented artist.
Yeah.
And he did a picture of Pierce Brosnan. He looks quite old, grey beard and that, in this costume. Because the whole Black Adam costume marketing stuff, that's Boss Logic stuff. That's not official.
The fandom trailer was him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's an image with Rock in the Black Adam suit, punching the ground. Like, that's Boss Logic. That's not officially released, but he's done a few things more. But anyway, getting off topic. But the picture he did of Pierce Brosnan, really good.
Because again, I know I'm a big fan of this character from the stuff I've seen him in. I'm not going to mention Smallville. Oops, did it? But no, in stuff obviously animated shows. DC, we all know they're really good at their animated films and stuff. So, but he is a very cool character. People saying he's nothing like Doctor Strange, so don't compare him. But yeah, so just a really cool character, and I think he's playing. This is the bit I don't know too much about because there's so many. The helmet gets passed down and stuff, and he's playing a character I think called Kent Nelson, who is from I've seen in comics, and that is quite old. So it looks perfect.
Yeah.
And just, as we know, if he's wearing the helmet, you need a strong voice. And God, he's got a voice.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see again.
That's good, yeah.
Like with the helmet.
So
and
cool, yeah.
Very good. Go check out Boss Logic's version of it, because if he looks anything like that in the film, fair play.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty much it on Black Adam news. Again, strong week for DCU, but mainly Black Adam. That is massive.
And part of, if you get someone in from one of the best film franchises ever made, Mamma Mia.
Oh, God.
Oh, Mamma Mia. Yeah.
Don't say that, Mamma Mia.
I agree with Mamma Mia.
No, he's a great Bond. And anyway,
Yeah.
sorry, I had to slip Bond in. Anyway.
But anyway, so keeping on to DCU for a second. Another strong in terms of legendary actor we've got is Dame Helen Mirren, who has been cast in Shazam! Fury of the Gods. So we'll come on to her character in a second, but thumbs up, thumbs down?
Yeah.
It's
Helen Mirren,
She's
isn't it?
fantastic, isn't she?
Yeah.
She does a job.
She knows what she's doing.
Her in, I've seen Red a few times with Bruce Willis. She's just fantastic in Red.
Yeah.
Don't you think her acting career sort of going downhill, because she's gone from Red to Fast and the Furious, and now she's into a superhero film? Not downhill. She's probably just having a laugh nowadays, isn't she? She ain't got to worry about his serious
Well,
roles.
she's done all that. What was she? She played the Queen, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's done all her serious, and she's got her. I don't actually know, but I assume she's got quite a few nominees and awards.
I think she has. She's got to have won an Oscar, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Surely.
Probably.
But,
I think grandkids, Grandma, just play a superhero now. Okay.
Okay, darling. But yeah, so a bit more on her role. At the minute, it's. I think the report is basically she's going to be playing a character called Hespera, who is the daughter of Atlas. And people probably, if you don't know who that is, you'll know the image of the Titan holding the Earth up. But yeah, so it's quite a cool character. I think that's quite an original character. I don't think that's in the comics from what I've reported. So it's quite a sort of mysterious role. So we'll see. But that is good casting.
I'm looking forward to a second Shazam.
I think
it's a fun film.
Yeah.
Fun film.
Good fun.
And yeah, staying on again into the DCU. We're coming to an end now.
Actually, could I pose a question?
Yes, pose.
So we talked about the differences between what DC and Marvel should do. Obviously, if they restore the Snyderverse, you can't really have that Shazam, can you?
Why not?
Well, Shazam is very much a Marvel-style superhero film.
Yeah.
And what we were saying last week, obviously, Justice League works so well because of the dark, gritty nature of it, and they want to restore the Snyderverse. Well, how do you fit Shazam into that?
For me, I don't think The Flash is that far off of Shazam, personally.
No, but The Flash hasn't been in a film like Shazam.
No, true.
Do you know what I mean?
But I do.
Because that's very kid-friendly, Shazam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Extremely.
The difference to me is The Flash is a kid-friendly character in a gritty, dark film, whereas Shazam was...
No, good question. I suppose... I feel like Marvel will be able to do it with Deadpool, though. I feel like they would. Because you can't put Deadpool at the minute you say that. Do you think Deadpool could come into Avengers after seeing his solo films?
Yeah.
Quite a contrast. You could.
Well, not because of the R-rated. Yeah, I get that side of it, yeah.
So that's the good question. I don't know is my answer.
I don't think if these people want to restore the Snyderverse. I don't think Wonder Woman 84 could be in the Snyderverse either.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
It just doesn't fit. Like, you look at the ones or Aquaman, to be fair. Yeah. But the ones before the Justice League all fit. Dark, Batman, Superman, original Wonder Woman, really good. I think the ones that followed, just cannot. They're all very bright.
Good point. I feel like you would be able to find a way this day and age.
Yeah, you probably
but
would.
it is such a contrast because,
Yeah.
as we've said, that's not been done really in terms of superhero R-rated. I know we've seen Deadpool, but to that tone in Justice League. So yeah, Shazam is probably the most kid-friendly superhero film you've got to date in terms of Marvel and DC. It's a good question.
Just turn the gradient down. You'll go in. Just make it a bit darker.
And have one of the demons' head be chopped off or something like that. And then, you're right, Con. Release the Kodak.
But yeah, staying on the Flash, as mentioned, as we just said, Ron Livingston has officially replaced Billy Crudup as the dad Barry Allen in the Flash movie. Little bit, I suppose I can't really sound disappointed because we haven't seen enough of Billy Crudup as Barry Allen. But I did like their chemistry.
I did as well.
Henry Allen, isn't it?
What have I just said? Did I say Barry Allen? Sorry. Henry Allen is the dad. And yeah, I just liked their chemistry.
Yeah, okay.
Both in the theatrical cut and this.
Do you really care that much about that?
That's what I mean. So I don't really. It's just a bit of okay, but then
it's an unnecessary change.
Yeah,
but I don't think anyone's formed that much of an attachment to give two shits with.
Well, I reckon DC fans will find.
Oh,
you'll find some.
Not half.
You'll find some.
They'll ask for Crudup to be CGI'd back into the sequel.
Give us the cut. But yeah,
Can I just say something on that cut thing?
Yeah.
So we'll talk about it in a minute, the Suicide Squad trailer, but did you see James Gunn have a bit? We'll talk about James Gunn in a bit, but do you see James Gunn have a little rant? Because people obviously started tweeting, released the restored the Snyder cut on the trailer things and stuff like that, and then they went, oh, he picked out one person. There was a lot of people doing it. It was like Warner Brothers have just destroyed films like Justice League and the original Suicide Squad, because people were saying the Ayer cut and stuff like this. I was like, give it a couple of years and we'll get release the James Gunn cut. James Gunn put a targeted this one guy and went, "You're completely wrong. Look, listen, you're completely wrong. This is my cut. No one has touched this."
Yeah,
which is a good thing, I suppose.
Yeah.
But will we ever know? Because give it a year after it comes out, like, no, I didn't want any of that in that film. You're lying.
If it's shit, that's what you're saying.
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
So just wrapping up on DCU now and staying on the Flash. Michael Keaton sort of sent fans a little bit upset. I think it was the week just gone, maybe like Tuesday. He was in an interview and basically just posed the question by the interviewer about his appearance as the Batman, which is confirmed. Him and Ben Affleck are going to both be Batman in the Flash. And he come out and said that it's basically dependent on the COVID situation in the UK, which was not a great thing to say in an interview, because that's basically saying that now you're not sure if you're going to be in it. But
surely he's contracted though already, no?
And not only that, it's not like a cameo. It's confirmed he's a vital role.
Yeah.
So I think the exact quote was, I'm keeping an eye on the COVID situation in the UK as it determines everything. I think it's been taken out of context, and I think he might have just meant about filming and stuff.
Yeah.
Not about his personal
because surely
role.
Warner Brothers are keeping a bang on eye on the COVID thing and will delay the actual full shoot of it, not just for one. But if he's that integral to the role, the film, they'll just delay like the whole thing, won't they?
Yeah. And we're doing well in COVID, and it's going down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Over 30 million people vaccinated, and what was there, 70
people?
Of us?
It's like there's about 3 million now who's had the second.
Well, there you go.
Second lot.
Maybe sort your own back garden now.
Yeah, Michelle. But yeah, that's me wrapped up on DC. Strong week. And give us more of everything. Give me.
Lovely. Moving on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Just talking about the Disney delays. We mentioned Black Widow and Shang-Chi. Some more. Luca is now Disney Plus, no fee, which I'm pleased about. June 18th.
That's strange. I think.
Can't moan about it now, though, can we?
No, you can't.
Well, it's not free, but
I think that's strange though, because they bigged it up. It was at the Disney Investors Day. We talked about it months ago now, didn't we? And strange that they've just gone have it for free.
And it's the next biggest motion picture coming out.
Pixar, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is the next new Pixar.
Yeah.
Strange.
All for it.
Yeah.
Cruella has also moved to May 28th.
Yeah.
And I think it's ruled out a lot of people, not fans, because it's on Premier Access only.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll leave it.
I'm sure there'll be other content for us to cover.
You buying it?
No way.
Nah.
I will not buy it.
I mean, if he does, I'll watch it. Even then, I actually might give it a think. Maybe I'll leave it.
Free Guy is moved to August 13th, and Ryan Reynolds, the announcement he done.
That was fantastic. I really enjoyed that.
He's a top man.
But he's just like I said when you said about the July 29th Black Adam, you just don't know. So why come out and make this big announcement when you don't actually know?
Yeah.
I think them ones are safe because they're next year and things should be fine again.
Yeah.
By then, but Ryan Reynolds top drawer.
We feel really good about this one.
That'll be good though, because we'll have August 6th is Suicide Squad, and what's that?
August 13th.
Yeah, so we'll have back to back on.
I like the looks of that. I think
very much so. Yeah.
And The King's Man is December 22nd.
Not interested.
So, if you like.
I'm not interested in films that come out that close to Christmas because I'm either drinking or eating too much. I'm not watching anyway.
Also, some box office news.
Yes.
So Godzilla v Kong, which we'll be covering next week, opened to a pandemic best $121.8 million in foreign box office.
Yeah,
I think it done very well in China.
Yeah, it did. It smashed it apparently. Yeah.
And also, Bob Odenkirk's new film Nobody opened to a pleasing 6.7 million domestically. At LA theaters.
Can't imagine the budget's quite high on that film. So
also, if that's just LA theaters, fair enough.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Also, some good news. Just talking about sort of the States and the West Coast. San Diego Comic Con is back.
Yes.
In November this year.
Yes, that is. I mean, I've never been, but that is one of my favourite times to be looking for shit.
Yeah.
All the new trailers come, the new products get revealed, and I'm a sucker for products, so I'll buy stuff. But all the trailers, all the cast reveals, the new film states reveal. This has been moved back though, because it should be around about the summer. It's normally June.
Yeah,
I think it's normally June. But yes, first time 3-day event, in-person event. Smaller crowd though, they said, so even harder to get tickets if you're going to try and go this year. Did you say the dates already?
November.
Yeah, November 26th through 28th. So yeah, I think there's going to be some big stuff there because it's gonna have to be like the first time back, and I believe Marvel missed out on the last one anyway. They didn't go to it. So yeah, I think it's gonna be. Well, that'll be about 3 weeks before Spider-Man as well.
Oh yeah.
So
we'll await our invite.
Very
away for
very. I mean, obviously, like I said, I've never only been to ones in UK and stuff, which is not even a patch on America. But yeah, just the feeling, it's just such good news that something like that is moving forward in the world.
Yeah. And the cosplay is fantastic as well.
Exactly,
really good.
The people spend far too much money.
Oh yeah,
far too much money. I saw one last year. I think it was a geezer who had built like a 9-foot Hulkbuster outfit. But it wasn't just an outfit. It was like fully. He was like on stilts inside. It was lighting up. The helmet flipped open. It's very good, and there was a Thanos one as well.
They get picked to go, don't they? I think
certain ones, certain ones get invited. Yeah.
So San Diego Comic Con, if you go on our profile, our email's there. Just
send us a couple of tickets, just fine,
and flights.
Yes, please.
Hotels.
Yeah. Four seasons.
I'll take my own spending money.
Vouchers. Some film news. Ghost of Tsushima. The game.
He probably looked at me.
I promised I'll say that.
Yeah.
It's in development with John Wick's Chad Stahelski directing. I didn't play the game.
I think you're going to have to take this one.
The game was, it was fantastic. Like, really, it's not your standard, like, beat 'em up, like sword slash SS. It was very tactical. Like, it seems hard to say because it's not just like slash and block. You had to change the fighting style halfway through the fight if you come up with different enemies, and if you realise they kept blocking him, then you had to go for the leg swipe and stuff like that. It was quite complex fighting style, and without the risk of sounding a bit too far,
no idea where you're going with this.
It looked beautiful,
right?
Like, the game was stunning, and it was on PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think you can get the upgrade from PS5 now, so it probably looks a lot better. But yeah, it looked amazing.
Well, you've just sold it to me.
But who don't love a good samurai as well?
Exactly.
Samurai film.
Well, this is what I was about to say. I like most people that like action films, etc. I love samurai era, and if you're getting that, what's his name? Chad Stahelski, is it?
Good stuff.
Yeah, you're getting. So are we going to get John Wick sort of fighting in sort of Japanese samurai era? That sounds incredible.
Yeah.
The fact that like the fighting style in the game is very John Wick's very precise, and it's not like a brawler. It's very precise, and it would sort of go with that really well.
Sounds brilliant. Yep.
More film news. A new Transformers movie's on the way. It's in the works.
Okay.
With Angel Manuel Soto directing, and Daredevil's Marco Ramirez on board to write the script.
Fair play.
And that you've mentioned about that Soto, he's
Blue Beetle.
So
yeah,
good year for him.
Very good year. Yeah. So it's this is separate to the. Is it Stephen Jr. Campbell, the Creed director? He's doing another Transformers. We've reported it ages ago.
Yeah.
So he's doing another.
I presume this is the one taking over from that.
No, this is a new one.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, nice.
That one's, as we've mentioned on the podcast,
the
Bumblebee era.
Right. What the hell was this then?
This, apparently, from what I'm reading from Deadline's article, again, don't shoot me down if I'm wrong, people, but I think this is a complete, might be a separate thing. Okay. So whether we, like we've joked about Cybertron or whatever it is, I don't know. But it's a separate movie.
Beast Wars.
There's two.
Do Beast Wars.
Well, that is.
Yeah. That's the rumor.
So the working title is Beast Alliance, if I remember rightly, of the
other one. Yeah.
So this, who knows what this is? But
I didn't know that. I thought this was the same one as we were talking about. Oh, okay. Two more. Come on. Not you don't have to film consecutively and have two separate things. But
it'll make money.
Yeah,
it will make money. Of course, it will.
Some more film news. Berserker. And I'm gonna read what I got on my notes because we've got a new actor on the way. Berserker with Keanu Reeves.
Excuse me.
I meant Keanu, but I put Keen. Berserker with
the
Keanu
Irish
Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Keen. Hey, it's Keen.
Yeah, that's based on the comic book. And didn't you say it was written? He was written.
He's a writer on the comic book as well, and the character is loosely. Well, it sort of looks like him, but a much bigger version.
He definitely looks like him.
Yeah, but is he much
Yeah, think Cyberpunk on steroids.
Or a Wolverine, but looks like Keanu Reeves.
Oh, okay.
Sort of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, what you knew what it's about.
So it's based, I think he's about 800,000 years old or something, and it's about him going through the time, a bit like a Dracula story, I don't know, going through him sort of dealing with an immortal warrior, going through the different eras of time. And not only, you've probably got it about the anime, have you?
Nope.
Oh, so not only is Keanu Reeves going to star in this, there's also a follow-up anime, which he's also going to voice. So
this on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah. So big. I mean, if you're going to give me Keanu Reeves
in all forms,
to be fair, we'll talk about it. But after watching Invincible this week, if I see Keanu Reeves in a film and they do an anime, I will watch the follow-up.
I would watch it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
George R.R. Martin has struck gold. The man has signed a 5-year deal with HBO Max worth 8 figures. His role will be to develop more content and serve as producer on all upcoming projects.
so that's minimum $10 million.
Minimum.
Minimum.
Good maths.
Minimum between 10 and 99 million. That's
Isn't he smart, Con?
I said this to you as a joke, Chloe, in our group chat. The guy's on death's door. Like, what is this about? Like, really, what is this about? How are they? What's he doing here?
This also is bad news for anyone waiting for his books.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
That's in the deal is hurry up and finish your book.
Yeah, well, that he said, didn't he, that I think 2020 was the first year in like a God knows how long. This was George R.R. Martin as well. Said it's the most he's done on his book in a long time. So
I think the last count though, it was not even halfway done. I think he said.
Yeah,
that was a while ago.
Luck,
but
I wonder if he'll bin his books off only because he signed this deal and now he's got full reign of the. So he can just do what he wants.
Although I think for pride reasons, because of the way Game of Thrones was handled, the ending. Obviously, that wasn't his ending. Released the R.R. Martin count. But it wasn't his ending. But I think he may finish that just to say, look, this is what I wanted to happen. This is how it actually ends. Well, the ending points, I think he said the ending point's exactly the same. Yeah. It's what happens leading up to that is what's different. So, yeah, I think he will out of pride. But then again, I'd shove pride up my arse if someone gave me $99 million. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care.
Thank you. And finally, just wrap me up. You can wrap me up if you want. We've had a new trailer of Guy Ritchie's new film, Wrath of Man.
Oh, yeah, we've got a couple of trailers. Nice.
Yeah.
What did you think, Con? You've got the Con.
I am all for it. It just looks... I just love those precise shooter type films. Do you know what I mean? Where someone just goes in, does a job and gets out.
Sort of one where someone...
That's what I'm alone for.
It's sort of one of them films where someone can shoot you 30 bullets, but Statham needs just one. Yeah. Just one bullet and he'll sort it out.
And with no precision stance shooting, it's just arm out.
It looks...
What did you think?
Yeah, it looks good. I think we said just before we started this, it doesn't really look like Guy Ritchie to me. I think the last one I saw, other than Aladdin, which was not Guy Ritchie, was The Gentleman. That was very much lock, stock, snatch sort of style. This is something different, I think, from him.
Yeah, I mean, again, we joked before and I said, Guy Ritchie, Jason Statham, I've defo seen this movie because quite sort of repetitive, his movies, Mechanic, etc. in terms of Jason Statham.
Transporter.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly the same. So
I love him.
Then, yeah, exactly. I love him. But this didn't feel like that. So I sort of eat my own words there. This looks like a great story. From what I can tell, I've not read a synopsis. Looks like what they called armoured cars with carrying money, whatever. And looks like his son gets killed on a heist, on a robbery, and he gets put in hospital. And now he's took up a job to become one to try and find this gang that's doing this. Yeah. And it just looks really, really cool.
It's nice to have a new story.
Yeah.
I mean, just something not based on someone else.
Yeah, a new story, but I think it's going to be a very similar story.
In terms of revenge.
Yeah. Your son or daughter has been kidnapped, killed, your dad goes mad, goes after him.
Sort of like nobody. Liam Neeson runs on set. No, Liam.
This isn't Taken 4. Get back. The cast in it, though, I thought I saw him in it. It's the guy who looks like he shoots the son is Scott Eastwood.
Oh.
I thought I'd sort of recognise the
because they sort of cover his face a little bit.
It is Scott Eastwood. Josh Hartnett, who's...
Oh, that's a blast from the past.
Where the fuck's he been?
I remember the film, is it Lucky Number 7?
Oh, yeah.
What a film that is.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
He's back. He hasn't been seen for a long time. Did you recognise, I know you like it, but I'm not expecting you to get facial rec from this because I don't think you've seen it. But did you recognise this guy from anywhere?
That man's been in so many. I knew you was going to ask me this question on Thingy.
I know. I immediately think of him from one thing, and I don't think you would have seen it. But
full disclosure, I was on him earlier, so yes. Okay. But yeah, I'll probably. What's the thing you've seen him from?
There's a Netflix series called Mindhunter about the FBI.
I didn't watch that.
It's quite good. FBI agents.
Trying to make me.
It's a good series. It's about how the FBI. Anyway, we won't get into it, but it's a good series.
That man plays the same role in everything.
Yeah. He's the same role in because he was in Just See It in that Losers as well. He's the same role in this as anything else.
Yeah.
But that's good. Good cast.
Never the star.
I forgot one of the main.
I was just about to get to it going.
Yeah, future Oscar winner, Post Malone.
Yeah, he's got a very long part in this.
Nah.
Brad didn't even know that was Post Malone, did he? Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to be that much in it, really. There's a guy here, right? I've just seen him, and this guy is another quintessential villain who's in this, and you're going to just look. Do you recognise him from anywhere? He's just like a guy who's
I do recognise his
just
face.
in things. His name is
it's like the Van Helsing geezer.
Something Murphy.
Hadji.
Oh, right, yeah.
Mr. Murphy. He's in he's just like in. I'm trying to think of one now. I'm trying to look at his thing, but anyway, I don't know. But he's just one of them people who's just in things. I saw him. I thought it was bloody Pete Wicks from Tower. But not a bad cast. To be fair, it's good.
Another trailer we got as well. Suicide Squad. Disgust.
No one's shocked at that.
Nah.
That first trailer. Looked fun. Looked stupid. Looked crazy. Looked very, very James Gunn. Basically, we're in James Gunn's mind. It felt
Beautifully
like
disturbing mind.
Yeah, that was.
I must add.
Yeah, very disturbing mind.
I think that was the most surprising bit about that.
Yeah,
like that bit coming up saying, the beautifully disturbing. Was it
beautifully disturbing mind or something like that?
I don't understand that really.
The arrogance. If he put that in, the arrogance of it.
Yeah. He'll probably just blame Warner Brothers. So they put it in.
But yeah, it does look fun. Yeah. It's going to be a good watch.
Exactly what it does do.
What I really enjoyed seeing John Cena in his helmet, but wearing a Lacoste polo.
Yeah. Did you notice in that first scene the size of his arms and the veins?
Oh my god!
Jesus Christ,
insane!
A huge way. Idris Elba looks good though.
Yeah,
he looks really good. Margot Robbie always looks good.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll watch anything we're in. Not that one about the news one though. Didn't like that.
Oh yeah,
in the newsroom. What else? They fight a giant starfish. Starro, I think, is the villain name in it. I read something about it.
I've read about it, yeah.
One thing I know, because it's like telepathy things.
Yeah.
But he can also produce little tiny starfish that go onto people's faces. Like, like alien thing, like that, and it controls their mind, so he can have a little army of, which is, I think that's what's going to happen. He's going to have a little army of people, basically starfish on their face. I don't really know much more. Do you know him?
No, but apparently he's quite a big character. I didn't know.
There was we reference it quite a lot. Mr. Sunday Movies did top 10 Justice League villains or whatever after Snyder Cut come out. And this is before this trailer's come out, and they said they had this star up there as number 3. Apparently, it's a really well-known, actually quite loved character, loved villain character.
Very odd.
I mean, it looks fucking stupid, but I think it works with this because I mean, you got what's his name, Sylvester Stallone, confirmed now as King Shark. It was quite good. I thought it was quite funny. Yeah,
they've got a different way of it. Apparently, he said on Twitter, James Gunn, that he'd done loads of tests with like hammerhead heads and stuff, but he was adamant he wanted the great white shark version with a dad bod. Was his exact words.
Yeah,
because I must admit, probably when this is crazy to admit, the Flash King Shark probably looks better.
Well, that is crazy.
I do, bearing in mind how that gets slated for CGI.
Yeah, I watched the series of the shark.
So I was quite surprised when I did see it, and I was like, okay, fair enough. But I think, again, it works because of what the film we're in. It just looks funny.
Yeah.
Who else you got?
Well, our good friend Luke and my brother Luke, he's looking forward to Viola Davis.
Yeah. She looks like a bit more of a bit part in this one, really, doesn't it?
You got some strange people like Peter Capaldi, the thinker or tinker or whatever his name is.
I don't know what it is.
I think it's the thinker, and then you've got some other random ones like Mickey Rourke, Mickey Rooker, sorry,
Michael
Rooker.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, I'm thinking of Mickey Rourke. But yeah, so you got people like that. I think he's probably going to die quite early.
Yeah. They said the other day it was a joke that James Gunn likes to kill him off.
Yeah.
In things, obviously Yondu killed him off in that, but Who else do we have? Captain Boomerang's back. All right.
Jai Courtney.
Yeah. That's not really much else happened in that, really. But the shark did look good when he ripped the guy, and his little nom. I like the little nom.
I think what we're going to get is like he's like a baby shark sort of thing. Pun not intended.
I was about to say
but check out our social. We done it
was a good edit. That
it was a good fan
shark
cam edit, which was really good. But I think we're going to get quite a funny divvy shark, and then I think he's going to go crazy.
Yeah, I think so.
And in that scene where he rips someone in half and the lightning and stuff, I think they're going to go, shit, we're in trouble here. Because there's a bit where he's gnawing on a head and he's got loads of bullet holes on him. I think he's going to go insane and like rip about 10 people in half.
Yeah.
And they're just watching with their guns like, what the I think
it did seem very James Gunny, like the camera shots and that the quirky sort of way. Yeah. I quite like that. But I remember the first original one had that sort of style.
Yeah.
It's like even the only thing I liked about the original one is the intros. You know, when they did the intro to the thing, I thought that was really
very cool.
I like that. Shane the rest of it was shit, but in my opinion.
But it was, you're right. For the first 30, 40 minutes, it's actually quite a movie.
I quite enjoyed it. Watch it, wouldn't it?
Looks fun.
Yeah.
Looks funny.
It does look fun. And James Gunn originally said, like, don't get attached to the characters. A lot of them are going to die. There seems to be a lot of characters in this, isn't there?
Yeah.
And even in scenes later on, they're not there.
Yeah.
It looks like there's only about 5 of them left, isn't there? You got Shark, King Shark, Idris Elba.
Bloodsport.
Yeah. Harley Quinn, Rick Flag, Polka Dot Man seems to be near the end as well. So cool.
One thing, I just forgot to mention one thing, just to say for hardcore fans. Obviously, I didn't know because I didn't read the comics, but we sort of said quite a few episodes ago about the Ostrander comics. He's the guy that wrote this run that this is basically a sequel to. So James Gunn's already said this icon in terms of Suicide Squad comics. I can't remember his first name, but Ostrander. He said we're not copying it because that's like he basically saying I don't want to do that because they're that good. Blasphemy. Yeah. He said this is basically I'm working it as if it's a sequel to that. And he was the one in the trailer putting the bomb into their heads. That's actually Ostrander. So he's got a cameo in the film, which is good.
So nice. It may be worth reading that run and
possibly.
I mean, I won't, but
no,
anyone listening to.
But
no, cool. We look forward to it. Yeah. Is that it for trailers?
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
I think that's it.
One other thing we forgot to mention.
Oh, go on.
I was waiting for you. So. Godzilla vs Kong, the little TV spot. A surprise ending to it. Again, looks fantastic, doesn't it? Exactly what you want. I'm hoping that's what it is. The early reviews we come up with last week, didn't we said about last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
Reviews are coming out today as well. And everyone, it's a little less enthusiastic about it, but they're all saying the same thing.
Yeah.
A little bit tiresome on the human story elements, but it's all paid for in the fight. So you're going to get some absolute standout moments.
But the big reveal from the end.
Big reveal.
Is it a big reveal? This seems like another worst kept secret because everyone seems to have spotted it in the very first trailer. There was toys about it, but it looks like it's confirmed they have Mecha Godzilla. Yep. It was quite cool. Very waking up and the big spines and whatever, and then you see the big foot come down. Didn't really see much, but I think it's answered the question from the first trailer. I don't know what's making him do this. Like Godzilla referring to Godzilla, I think we know.
Yeah,
this is what's making him do it. But I mean, we all said they're going to fight for a bit, be mates, and then fight this, and that's the story.
Yeah.
But who is it? Come out? Was it BD?
He said there's a confirmed winner.
Yeah. It says there is.
A few people have said.
Yeah, I think someone asked him, is there actually a definitive winner? And he says yes.
Maybe they'll win and then just become friends afterwards.
Yeah, I don't class it unless it's a full-on win unless one's dead. Which is not going to happen. So you're not going to kill either one of these, are you?
I'm Team Kong all the way.
Yeah, I'm Team Kong, but I think I might have had it spoiled because it's out.
Oh,
it's out, isn't it?
I don't see it.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So I did not going to say it, but I was in the comments and I think I had it spoiled. I think anyway, but I just think there will be. We've said it before. I think we said it a few times. Godzilla is more powerful. As much as I'm Team Kong.
Yeah.
So I think if they're going to do a clear winner, I really don't think they'll go Kong. Again, I'm not saying what I've seen, but
at the end of the day, this is still really a Godzilla film.
Yeah.
Kong's in it.
Even though everything's heavy on Kong TV spot.
That's why I think it might be going the other way.
Exactly what I thought.
But yeah, like I said at the very start of this, Kong Godzilla stands back and just fucking breathes on him. He's dead. He melts. Right? He just melts. Before he gets his little axe, he melts. But anyway, looks good. It's great.
Great.
We'll as content, we'll have the review for that next week. Well, is it actually out now then?
So it's out it come out on the 25th in India and places like that. So on the comments and that, when I'm on the sort of the official page, all the people from India and around the world are like, we've seen it. And it's like, all right, come on. And obviously there's a lot of leaks apparently on like YouTube and stuff, and people are quite upset because...
So HBO haven't put this on Tom and Jerry then? You're not watching Godzilla Kong this time then?
But yeah, we got it because even USA are the ones really annoyed because they get it the 31st. But yeah, rest of the world and most other places have had it since the 25th.
Interesting.
Or 26th. But yeah.
Well, yeah, we look forward to it, don't we?
Yeah.
Of course it's that anyway. It's doing money at
exactly.
box office.
I think we did mention it. Yeah, we did.
I was completely shocked.
We're watching it Thursday, and we'll have a review up probably Thursday or Friday latest.
It depends how many beers I have. Friday. Let's say Friday.
Friday, and then our podcast following week on Wednesday. So cool.
Yeah. So moving on then to the main event, we had the first 3 episodes of Invincible on Amazon Prime.
Why did me and you just look at each other?
Oh,
sorry, Carl. So first 3 episodes.
I think it was the moment when we saw the red light go.
Panic station.
So sorry, first 3 episodes.
Yeah, first 3 episodes of Invincible. What do you think, first of all?
You go first, Greg.
Well, Con wrote the review. If you want to check it out on Wicked Cut on Instagram and Twitter, I think we all share the same thoughts. Really good review, and I think we're all with him. 4.5 stars. 8, 9, or 8.5, 9 out of 10, something like that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen an animated show I've been that excited for since Spider-Man in the 90s, I think. Or the X-Men animated show. But really good, really well done. Love J.K. Simmons, obviously J. Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man. That did very distinctive voice, really good. Different take on a sort of superhero-ish show. I don't know what more to say, really. Really good. Really enjoyed it.
Has anyone got the cast list? I know we've said it before. Has anyone got the cast at all?
Not up.
No.
We'll do some filler and I'll get it.
Whilst I say my thoughts, if you could, just because I think it's worth mentioning this cast, because that's the power play of this.
Yeah.
It's really unprecedented in terms of an animation series. But why I've written this down, but I can't actually. I'm just going to read it in my own terms because I've written my own thoughts and I just don't understand what I mean by it. But basically, what I'm trying to say is this was this is what I was trying to say. Let me take a seat. So what I think, this was so hard to do. We are in I'm trying to think of a better word than saturated, but we are saturated with comic superhero movies, TV shows, just come in from all angles. It's completely taken over Hollywood.
Yeah.
So to come out with another superhero show and animation. Yes, you've got an outstanding cast, which I think Craig's going to come on in a second. I just think they've absolutely succeeded in what I think is harder than what people thought. You've brought a brand new superhero that nobody really knows. Did you ever? I'd never heard of Invincible before this. No. And nobody really knows. Another superhero show, and it's a very, very good show in my opinion.
Yeah.
Let's go through some of the cast quick.
Go on.
So obviously, as mentioned, J.K. Simmons is Omni-Man. You've got Sandra Oh, who is his wife, Debbie Grayson. Stephen Yeun, who seems to be having a fantastic year, as Mark Grayson or Invincible. Zazie Beetz from Deadpool, if people don't know. Domino from Deadpool, Walter Goggins, who is Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yeah.
Predator.
Shield.
Do you remember the show with Shield with Michael Chiklis?
Yes,
I really like that actor, by the way.
This one, speaking of another person who you can pick out his voice from, is Jason Mantzoukas, who is Agent Pimenta from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yes.
Fantastic as a Rex Splode.
Yeah.
Fantastic character. Voice is brilliant. Zachary Quinto, Robot. I think you said. What was your thoughts on his voice?
Well, if anyone's seen the Star Trek franchise, he plays Spock, and everyone knows Spock is a emotionless, calculative person. And what's his name in it, Craig? In this Invincible?
Robot. Yeah,
makes sense.
Again, good. Who else we've got? We've got Mark Hamill, obviously. Very talented voice actor. Everyone loves him as Joker, but he is very. We joked about the other day. It's very similar to the Batman animated series Joker voice. Who else? We've got Seth Rogen as well as Alien. The Alien.
Very cool. That was
I liked it.
Yeah. Who else we got?
John Hamm's in there.
John Hamm is Steve. 2 episodes. I don't think we've seen him yet. Have you seen the character Titan?
Yeah, that's...
Who's Titan?
Is that the Rock geezer? That's you talking about Mahershala Ali?
Yeah.
You know the one who Invincible first fights? The bank robbers? Or the...
the twins?
No.
Oh, sorry.
He breaks him out of rock.
Yeah. The Rock geezer. He looks like Absorbing Man because when he beats him up and throws him into the road, he turns out of stone, goes into just a big geezer. But that's him, yeah.
And
spoilers.
Not joking. We've got Ezra Miller's in it as well. I don't think we've seen him.
No,
he's only in 2 episodes. D.A. Sinclair.
No,
there's quite a few characters in it. I'm not sure who they really are apart from the moments, because especially in that second or third, third episode, I think it is where they're auditioning for the new Guardians. There's quite a lot of them, so I don't know who they could be. You've got, I'll give you this name, Ross McQuaid. Ross McQuan, sorry.
Show me his face quickly. Love it.
He is, interesting fact about him.
Oh, Walking Dead.
Yes, but also, you know who he is?
Nope.
Oh, he voices someone.
Not voices, but he probably does. The character in Invincible he voices. But he replaced Hugo Weaving as Red Skull, wasn't he? In Infinity War.
That's
and
what
Endgame.
I was thinking. Yeah.
Because Hugo Weaving didn't fancy coming back for that. So yeah, he's good actors. Digimon Honsu is the Martian Emperor, who we saw already. Yeah, I believe that was the main guy.
Have we mentioned Clancy Brown yet?
I haven't.
What?
No.
The Demon Detective?
Yeah. Oh, of course, yeah. Have I gone past his name?
Probably.
Oh, yeah, I have, yeah. Damien Darkblood.
Oh, what a character.
Yeah, very good.
Hellboy.
And also, by the way, he voiced Surtur in Ragnarok.
Oh, of course.
So, same voice. It literally is Surtur's voice.
That's Hellboy, isn't it? He's a little
it's so cool.
jacket thing called whatever it's
called. A lot of these casts are in The Walking Dead. It's the creator of The Walking Dead as well.
Robert Kirkman,
Interesting fact, this was actually optioned by Universal as a film written by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg.
Oh, yeah.
And it was picked up by Amazon as a TV series. So it's going to be a film originally. But
an animated film originally.
I'm not sure if it was animated or not. But I think it works better as a series.
Yeah.
I do completely agree with you. But news, I don't know, I think I'm right. They are getting a live action film.
Oh, really?
Yeah, by those writers, Andy Samberg and Seth Rogen. But we mentioned it a while ago.
Not Andy Samberg.
Evan Goldberg.
Not Andy Samberg.
He's gone for the very Jewish name, didn't he?
Literally did. But yeah, so, and it's going to be, Robert Kirkman's already said it's going to be separate to this unit. It's not going to have any tie-ins. But apparently that is still, that's in the works still. But yeah, they're focusing on this.
I think they could do, because it's Preacher. Did you ever watch Preacher on Amazon?
I loved it. Yeah,
that's Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg as well.
Yeah.
So and that's quite violent in places.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, Seth Rogen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fair play.
I think I like this because I haven't watched it.
I'm going to check that because I'm pretty sure it is.
No, I'm not. I just didn't.
You let me doubt myself.
That's a great fact.
Yeah, I haven't watched much animation really. So you have watched sort of Batman and Spider-Man, but I haven't. So I came in this brand new, fresh, and I've got to say I really did enjoy it.
Yeah, and what I'll say while me and you have a little chat here, Con.
Go on.
Just to quickly tell anyone.
Preacher, 43 episodes, Evan Goldberg and Seth Rogen.
Great fact. Quickly tell us, Con, for anyone listening out there that thinks, oh, a superhero animation show, I've got kids that will like that. Is it for kids?
It is not for kids.
Not for kids, no.
The gore in this show, I know it's animation, but the gore is unreal.
Yeah.
It's mad.
It is crazy. I think we risk going spoilers if we don't put a spoiler warning in here anymore. But final thoughts now, I think we'll go with Con's rating. Was it 4.5?
4.5 out of 5.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Agreed.
Yeah, really good. So if you don't want to hear anything more about it, skip ahead. I don't even know. Let's say skip ahead 10 minutes or 20 minutes because we're going to do Superman and Lois. But for now,
see you in a bit.
Don't listen to this. Maybe put on mute for a minute. Let's go into. There's not really that many spoilers, is it? Really?
Let's go straight to episode 1. The very end.
Let's do that and track back on ourselves because I do think they've done something quite well. So, explain for anyone that doesn't that last scene. Just talk us through that last scene.
So, last scene, the title card comes up and it goes black, and you think 10 minutes to go. What's going on here? All of a sudden, the Guardians get called to their base. I'm assuming it's their base.
Yeah,
Wondering why they've been called there. Omni-Man turns up, also trying to sort of play dumb, and just fucking kills them all.
Really? And just kill him. He absolutely destroys them.
It's a bit tortures them first, really, and then just kills them.
Because there's no...
Sorry, could I just say, for anyone who doesn't, obviously, who's not watched it yet and is listening to this, Omni-Man is basically is Superman.
Yeah.
So he's got them sort of powers. But anyway, so on.
But yeah, no, so it might be good to actually touch on that like Connor did in the review. So what this show essentially is about is, I can't remember the race they are, but Omni-Man comes from an ancient race that when they come of age, they go to, they seek out new life. I'm not quoting Star Trek. They seek out new worlds to become a protector of, and Omni-Man comes to Earth and becomes the protector. Obviously, meets Debbie and has a son, Mark, and it's not you might get powers, like we'll come on into Superman and Lois later on, but he will get powers at some point. It's a fact of that race.
Yeah.
So, and like Craig just said, he is you can't beat him, just absolute Superman-esque type of hero, the one everyone looks up to be the one. And then, that scene, there was no music. And again, these were like the Avengers, Guardians of the Globes, who they were more well known, if anything.
Yeah.
Because they've been there for years.
He seems a bit of the outcast, doesn't he?
He just helps out, doesn't he? He's not actually a part of the Guardians.
He said,
he doesn't want to be in a team.
That's it. He said, I don't want to be, no one's giving me orders. You're not going to recruit me. But it just comes in, and for some reason, I haven't read the comics. This is a big scene from the comics, but I don't really know why. For some reason, he just murders all in different ways, these Guardians of the Globes. There's no music.
Yeah.
It's just really brutal. I've never seen anything like that. And DC animation is quite brutal, but nothing like this.
This is because if we just going through, minute by minute or anything, but the whole before that title card comes up is very much family, quite nice as a group of heroes who save the president, or was he the president? Oh, the White House at the start, isn't it? Save the president or whatever, and then Omni-Man, his son's growing into his powers, his son's sort of getting, just typical bullied at school, whatever, he likes a girl or whatever, and then it's all quite nice, really, and it is literally the last 6-7 minutes or whatever after that title card where it really throws a spanner in the works.
Yeah, it's very reminiscent of the trailer, because when we watched the trailer, we thought, this is nice. A minute in, it just takes a turn.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. So we should have expected it, really. But
I didn't expect that. They were not expecting that.
Yeah.
But I feel they done brilliantly in setting the tone, which I think I read about was the comics idea. So fans of the comics are quite annoyed that they felt the first episode was quite rushed, because I think it takes a little longer for Mark to get his powers, and then Omni-Man does more incredible things before he does what he does.
Yeah.
And it is a big scene from the comics. And so, I think fans were a little bit annoyed because it felt quite rushed, but I don't have anything to refer. None of us have that to refer that to, so we enjoyed it. But what they've done well is the way it's set out, just as Craig just said, the Debbie, lovely mum, whenever he's got a problem about, life, she's the one he goes to. He's the dad, Omni-Man, teaching him to fly and powers, etc., which we've seen loads of times before. And it just, I know we knew it was going to be brutal from the trailer, but how they done that so well to set the tone for the rest of the series, pretty much.
Yeah.
So settled us in with about 30 minutes of like, okay, right, superhero getting powers. What?
Yeah, exactly.
And then, so.
Well, I'll put in my review, those thoughts of how none of the bystanders getting hurt is just non-existent in the show.
Definitely.
It's just...
Although it's an animation, that's more realistic.
Yes, yeah.
Like everyone had the problem with the Man of Steel fight. There was thousands killed in that. There had to have been.
Yeah.
But I think it's in the second or third where the aliens keep coming. They said there was over 300 casualties. Yeah.
That poor old lady.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So obviously Invincible's still sort of learning his powers. That he tries to save the old woman, which he does. But then he sort of lands a little bit straight out of the sky, and then you look at her and her arms are broken, bleeding, her legs are snapped at her, and you later find out she's dead, and then the Omni-Man says, it's just part of the job, which I guess it would be.
Yeah.
That's what happens. But, I don't really know much more to say, to be fair. I really liked it. It's really good.
I suppose we're probably wrapping up soon. We've done episode 1. We're settled in now. Yeah. Mark Grayson, he's called Invincible. I love the way they keep not saying the word Invincible.
Yeah, it pops up. It's good, isn't it? Yeah.
But so he's settled in. He's still getting trained by Omni-Man, has no idea what Omni-Man is actually about, because obviously there's something bigger and darker going on. I don't think he's being controlled. I don't know the comics, but there's something going on. So he's still getting trained. And in the second, it's, as you just touched on, these aliens keep coming in. And is it the second episode or is it the third where we get Omni-Man go through the portal?
Second.
It's that scene, what he does when you go, he finally arrives, Invincible and this new band of heroes because they're trying to become the new Guardians of the Globes. Omni-Man comes, saves one of them, and then just flies through the portal, and then just destroys that world in about.
I really like that bit when he's in the portal and there's all like the little minions doing stuff, and then he's just standing above with the rock and just goes, just moves out of the way. And that portal rock kills them all.
So good.
I'll take a shower.
But yeah, I mean the way he flies, the animation on that bit when he flies through the buildings in that portal and it brings them all, it's just incredible. And that's pretty much all I've got to say on episode 2. I quite liked the new training of the Guardians of the Globes as well.
Yeah, it's very modern day as well and current. You've got the gay best friend and you've got the multiracial relationship and you've got I can't remember her name, the red-haired superhero. Eve, who's got both the male and female symbols intertwined. So it's very touching on modern day.
Yeah, very. She's actually quite cool. I thought she was quite a good character. The powers.
Quite like the and her fella who's Agent Pimenta, Rexplode, and then he was copping off with that. Was it Multiply? Multiple. He's got like 3 of the versions of her in the shower, and it's quite good.
It's very funny.
Yeah, this is not your kids' program.
No, a lot of swearing and stuff. And then episode 3, I'm trying to think.
That's when they're sort of auditioning for the
so
role, and they announced a new team, didn't they?
Right, and they say Mount Rushmore.
That's it. Yeah, the Mount Rushmore one. Yeah, and then at the end, it sort of reveals that robot is a bit. He's not all right, is he?
Is he inviting them aliens in or something?
Seems like it, doesn't it? He's doing something dodgy.
Yeah.
He let the twins out, didn't he? Then he kills one of the twins.
Oh, that's it,
That's not the aliens, the twins. That's
twins,
it.
yeah.
So something's
I quite like them. I quite like them too as well.
Yeah, well, one's dead.
Yeah. But he said he could just create another one or whatever, so I guess it might be a running thing where they just create another one and one dies. But that was quite cool where they used him as like a shield with the fingers and all the things with chopping his arms and legs off. But really good. Looking forward to the next one.
That's a good summary for me. Yeah, really shocked how much I enjoyed it.
8 episodes in total, I think it is.
Yeah,
and,
you're right. Yeah,
it's another 5 episodes to go. Bring it on. Really, really excited for that.
Rude.
Yeah, moving on to the next. So we've got a mid-season review now. I'll hand over to Brad because he's going to lead this one. Mid-season review of Superman and Lois.
Right. Okay. So another superhero show, slightly different. Where do we start on this? So again, non-spoilers. So stick around if you just want to have a chat about it, and then we'll time code. But I guess this is something. Let's start with the CW of what we think, because we've got 2 people here. Me and Craig both watched quite a bit of it, in fairness, and Connor that's never watched a minute.
None of it.
That's fair. So CW, and I've just made notes here. The first caption is "God, you got it wrong." And what I mean by that, and I touched on it earlier, the CW when it started, and Craig will probably back me up here because Arrow was fantastic when it first started. Very good show.
Yeah,
a little bit like not like because Daredevil's better, but a little bit like Daredevil. Not stupidly dark, but it was dark enough to
more grounded sort of show,
realistic and stuff. And he comes back But yeah, not only did they get political and woke, like I've said there, they just completely dipped in quality as well. So it wasn't just that aspect that people didn't like.
Because wasn't there one series where he just stopped killing people?
Yeah.
And people really hated it.
Season 6 or something? Or he just
I
wouldn't.
think it's earlier than that.
It might have been.
So I only watched about 5 of them.
He just wouldn't kill anyone. But in the beginning, he's like, snap your neck, shoot you in the head with an arrow. Like, he's just brilliant. That's what you are. You're Oliver Queen.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also I've put there the sort of cloning of the series, and what I mean by that is they've got a team. So the Arrow's got a team, Supergirl's got a team, Flash has got a team of just not needed characters that just saturate the program. There's about 5 or 6 in each team, and they're all carbon copies.
Yeah,
and it's really strange. And then you have a crossover event, and it's like, they're just interacting with the same character. Anyway, so that's the CW verse. This. When we'll get on to see if Craig agrees or not. This is a completely different tone, or what they're trying to do anyway. And it's sort of whether you think this is the way we should go now. And I just feel like it's completely different in terms of the CW, and I think it's been a success, in my opinion.
Okay, Craig?
I don't agree.
Fair enough. There we go.
I said this because we was playing Call of Duty earlier, and
Love it.
we was having a little conversation about it. Obviously, you wasn't playing, but let's get one thing straight, which we'll all agree on. This has definitely got a lot more money in it than a CW show. It looks, it looks, and you can see that it does look good, especially the first couple of episodes and the fighting, even these little laser eyes, heat vision, or whatever, looks really good. I get that. I don't think this is that much of a step away from a CW show now, because the first one I thought, this is a bit something different. And the fighting with, who we now know is, I'm not doing spoilers yet, but
the Stranger.
The Stranger. So the fighting with that looked really good, going out into space, seeing the Earth and that, and all the powers look great. As it's gone on, obviously it's five episodes now, isn't there? So 5 has gone on. I don't think this is that far away from a CW show at all. I think this is, if this was just another CW show, I think that's about where it sits.
Yeah. Okay. Before we. Let's get all the things out first.
I do like it. I'm not saying that, but I don't think it's that far away from a CW show.
Yeah. As an impartial, I've never watched a CW show. It's my first ever. I'm enjoying it. I like the action. I think the action's good. I think the budget helps. If it didn't have the budget, maybe I wouldn't enjoy it as much. I'm enjoying that aspect, the fight scenes and the action there. I am enjoying the family aspect simply because I was expecting the family aspect. So I knew what it was going to be about. I like the rapport between him and his son. And his other son sort of getting the brunt end and Lois's story. So I'm enjoying it all. It is very cheesy, and sometimes it is a bit too cheesy.
And that's where I think it's not too far from because CW shows are
very cheesy.
And that's what pushing me to that side now.
This, in my opinion, there's two types of cheese. This isn't CW for me. CW is pathetic in cheese.
Yeah,
maybe like you just said with the first series of Arrow, that wasn't. First series Arrow wasn't how CW is now, and I don't think this is exactly how CW is now. But I don't think it seems like it's just another one of them showed to me now. I didn't think it from the first episode. I'm not going to say that the first episode was great. Well, not great. It was good, but the rest now is just sort of gone in. It's fine. The show's fine.
Yeah, the painting scene was nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese, squeezy.
Yeah,
but I suppose in 5 hours of it or whatever we've got, this whole point of this show, you're not getting. I think I've wrote it down here. So let me go through just quickly. So first of all, Superman, Tyler Hoechlin. What do you think of him?
I like him. Yeah, I think he's good Superman.
I do. Yeah,
I agree.
I liked him in the crossover in the Supergirl.
Yeah, no, I'll put that there. I thought he was good in Supergirl. People weren't happy with it. I wasn't happy with it because they sort of shat on him a lot in that show. He even has a one-on-one fight with her and she wins.
Yeah.
Which people weren't happy with. And then they go to say, no, I was at full power, you beat me and stuff like that. It just wasn't very good. And
he's very much a side character, which is weird, I always thought.
But then people were like, can you do it properly? And I think this is obviously where it stemmed from because he was a fan favourite pretty much. So, okay, that's Tyler Hoechlin, fair enough. Yep. Then we go on to the sort of, one thing I really loved was the intro of the first episode.
Before we go into it, what can we just do our ratings?
Oh yeah. Sorry, we haven't done that. Yeah,
of the season so far, I would probably give it I'll give it a 6, probably out of 6 out of 10.
Exactly same as that.
I'll probably give it a 7. I was going to say 6.5. I'll give it a 7.
Right. Sorry, carry on. I just wanted to get gauge where it was at.
So what I liked about this straight from the off was Superman, maybe other than Superman, regardless of we're not saying who's a bigger character in comics or anything, but Superman and Spider-Man, I would say the ones the origin story the most out of any superheroes.
Yeah.
And even like Batman, there's different things about Bruce Wayne, etc. But Spider-Man, bitten by a radioactive spider, Superman from another planet.
Yeah.
It's just simple. So we don't need to see the origin. This is all about, and that. What did you think of that 5-minute culmination? I thought that was brilliant. It shows you the highlights of his life, where we are now. So it shows you him saving in his classic suit, which was a moment to the comics.
Yeah, that's the action comics. That was clever.
Cool.
That was clever.
Shows him with Lois on the wedding day. The kids who are named after both his dads, obviously Jordan, Jor-El, and Jonathan as Jonathan Kent. So what did you think of that? I thought that was quite good. We didn't.
Yeah, it's enough. You didn't need to spend the whole episode.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, we said it with Zack Snyder's Justice League, Cyborg, great little origin sequence. Yeah. Didn't need any more. Anyway, so and then move. So let's talk about the other cast. And I'm trying to keep on non-spoilers. Yeah. So what did we think of Lois?
I really don't. I don't like her. I don't really know why.
I'm not a big fan.
I don't know. She's not. I think because it's a Superman show I know you're obsessed with Smallville, but the Superman show I used to watch when I was younger was Clark and Lois with
the one from Desperate Housewives. Are you talking
about? Terry Hatcher and Dean.
Big Big Boy Dean Cain.
Yeah, Big Boy Dean Cain. Yeah, that's the one. Big Boy. That I used to watch that.
Loved it. Yeah,
and I know that was cheesy as fuck, but I like that Lois. I like Lois. Amy Adams Lois. Pretty good. But I don't know. I don't really like this one.
I think she seems like a strong woman, and that's what they're going for. But that's what they're going for, really.
Yeah, Lois Lane is supposed to be a very strong woman.
Yeah, so I think they've nailed that.
I think she seems like a bitch in this one, not just a strong woman. I think she seems like a bitch.
But that Lois Lane is. She is a shark.
But I've not seen that in anything else. She wasn't Terry Hatcher. Terry Hatcher.
No, she wasn't.
Amy Adams isn't.
No. Well, she sort of does touch on it a little bit in Man of Steel, where she's like the reporter going into bloody war zones and stuff. Like she is supposed to be this shark that will do anything for a story. And
I just think for this, because let's be honest, this is a family drama with Superman. And I think they could have had a not nicer, but a better mum character.
Do you agree, Con?
I don't agree. I think she's fine. She's a strong woman, and that's what she is. And she's good with the kids. She's good at her job. And that's
Social services ain't coming around. Fair enough.
Well, I sort of agree with you. I know where you're coming from, Craig, and I agree with you. I've put here Lois Lane is okay enough. So Elizabeth Tulloch is the actress, and I've also the whole point is I was a little bit worried about, and I want to come on to your point, which you've said recently, Craig. So before I do come on to it, I was a little bit worried in this show. You're going to have a character like Lois Lane, who is probably the most well-known non-hero, like one of the most well-known non-hero characters you could get in comics. So I was a bit worried they were going to do nothing with her and just be her, the mum at home, and not have her own thing. She's trying to have this own separate story with Morgan Edge, and we'll come on to that in a second as well. But it's just not really working for me as Lois Lane. But she's okay enough.
Yeah.
But it's not, I do feel, as Craig said.
No, that's exactly why she's okay enough.
Yeah.
She'll do.
Yeah, I just wanted a bit more from Lois Lane. And anyway. But yeah, on Craig's point, Craig said recently he's had a little sort of a dig at me and Connor because we wasn't a big fan of Falcon and the Winter Soldier bank scene.
Do you know what? I'm going to let Brad say his
No, you say it first. It was your gripe.
All my point is last week... we talked about the first episode of Falcon Winter Soldier. He was like, I'm not interested in them going to the bank. I'm not interested about Falcon's boat, whatever. That's fine.
Stand by it.
Yeah, that's fine for you to say. My point was last week was like, you don't really know much about his characters. And I said, I feel like you have to give a bit of backstory to his characters for you to actually give a shit and care about them. Right? That was what I said. Because you don't know about these characters. And what I was saying to you the other day was that this episode, the first episode, was majority about... Obviously, you had your action set pieces. Fair enough. They were good. They looked great. The first episode was about going to a bank, with sorting out a mortgage on their farm and discussing whether they should sell the farm, keep the farm, pay off the mortgage, or do the actual farming to earn the money for it. Where's your difference?
Can I respond in twofold?
Go on, go.
So firstly, which you touched on about 7 minutes ago, is we knew this show was going to be about that.
No, I know that.
So Falcon and the Winter Soldier wasn't. Everyone, and we all said it on this podcast, action buddy cop thingy. Yeah. No one cares about Sam Wilson's. And then I'll come on to my second point. But you had your say.
But let me reply to your first part then. I knew it was going to be about a family thing and his kids and I didn't know it was going to be discussing about whether to get a new mortgage on a farm and sell the farm.
You're missing out a massive part of this.
No.
Martha Kent died.
It's pivotal to the story.
It's very pivotal. And Martha, why is he Superman? Because of those two people. Yeah. They are very big characters. So his dad's dead.
Can I just say we should probably jump into spoilers?
Yes.
I think we're in there now.
Yeah. So we're in spoilers. So we're not talking about Sam Wilson. And this is my second point, and then I'm going to respond to that. There's Sam Wilson and even Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
There's Superman in terms of character right up there, and there's a big arm difference for anyone that can't see me. So people, not you, I'm not saying you because you might not, but people are more likely going to be interested in like Superman's family, like Jonathan Kent, Martha Kent, Lois Lane, about that sort of story than they are going to be about Sam Wilson and his sister. Well, that's my response.
I completely agree with that, but every Superman film, animated show, TV series, or whatever, has already done this sort of thing about the farm inside of it. Grew up on the farm, Martha, Jonathan, whatever. done that side of it. He leaves Smallville, goes to thingy. The only difference this time is he's back.
Can I jump in?
To Metropolis.
I'm going to jump in. So I'm going to get into full spoilers. So the crux of this is his son. Is it Jonathan?
So Jonathan is the cool one.
Yeah. So Jordan,
named after Jonathan Kent.
So is realised that Jordan has powers. So he's just developing his powers. So they decide as a family that they need to move back to Smallville to protect Jordan and just to grow him and nurture him into a safe Superboy, basically. So they need the farm.
Right.
She's died, so they need to make a decision. They found out that the bank own the house, so they have to go to the bank in order to continue the story.
And also agree. Okay, yep. And on this same point, which is the only reason I'm speaking again, is we haven't seen this. There's never been a time I've watched Superman without these two, his mum and his dad, who are everything that's made him the Man of Steel. So if his mum and dad are dead, and now he's got kids, and navigating being Superman, the world's most important person, as well as having kids with one that's superpowered, and trying to balance that. That's the whole point of the show. So that hasn't been seen before. Where's it been? Where's it been, Craig? We're in Smallville.
No, but I'm saying the whole premise of it, farm boy, whatever grows up. Yes, I get his mum's died. He could have just, if God forbid any of our parents die, you inherit the house. You ain't got to fucking go to a bank and start deciding whether the fucking mortgage got to be paid off. Start doing farming.
The bank owns it.
Exactly. The bank
you pay it off. Simple.
The bank already owns it. She took out a loan.
Lana Lang
had
it.
They've just sold their house. They've just sold their house in Metropolis.
They hadn't at that point.
They were just visiting.
Yeah, but they have afterwards.
Yeah, afterwards. We're talking about that scene, though.
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
about the bank scene.
Yeah, but this whole thing with the farming. Wait. This whole thing with the farming and all this story goes on for the whole 5 episodes.
But that's a show.
Well, fucking this shit then, isn't it? I don't want that.
How is it shit?
Wait, but what I'm saying is, you picked out a 2 or 3 minute scene from Falcon and Winter Soldier and said, that's shit. This whole story's going for 5 episodes.
Right. Let's wrap this up. This is my closing argument.
Okay.
Right. We're not saying. I don't think I ever said that was shit. I laughed at it and said I don't really care about that.
No. You both and Luke as well both said about this bank scene.
We're on record. I did not say it's shit. I just said I don't really care about this. There's
not
enough.
Needed.
It's not needed. There's enough story with Sam Wilson and Bucky in terms of this new US agent. There's enough there rather than going into this unheard of woman sister and bank and the boat.
It's sister. It's his sister.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, and Sam Wilson is not a massive character with all these so it's understandable why people clearly, and not just us, are not that on board with it because it's a bit too much. Anyway, so if we're just talking about those two scenes, it's a fair point to bring it up, but you have to. But it's not comparison. It's not right because this whole.
I agree.
As our two folded points, this whole series we knew it was going to be about family and kids and that struggle. No one knew that with Falcon and the Soldier. And secondly, these characters, most people, not saying you, most people would probably care more about those characters than Sam Wilson's sister because of it's a bigger, well-known character. That's all.
I get that, but the only point I was making is that when we talked about it last week, I was saying both Falcon and Bucky are not developed characters. They're just not. Superman is probably the best, well-known backstory, very rare character in the world, right? No doubt about it. Him and Spider-Man are just there, aren't they, right? You're making a series about 2 relatively unknown heroes. You've got to give them some backstory and some weight to any consequences that they have. You have to.
Yeah, and they are.
And it was a couple of minutes in the first episode. You didn't see any of it in the second episode.
So do you reckon we've seen the last of her then?
No, you haven't. You haven't. But what I'm saying is, I know this whole thing's about family and very rare, this Superman knows it, but this was... Every downtime when he weren't Superman was either about the farm or crops dusting or crops going. I mean, he's flying about getting sweet corn by the end of the 5th episode and turn them out to tear it off and stuff. I get it; it's a family thing, but this has been, near on watching 5 episodes combined, 4 hours worth, let's say, of this show. I'm a bit bored of it.
Well, that's fair. Let's wrap this point up. Let's put it to the listeners. If you're listening, you got this far. Just when we post this on the Insta, just comment on the bottom of it. Just let us know who you agree with. What do you think? Is it comparable? I don't think it is, but Brad, I think
maybe not comparable. But the only thing I was saying is that was a couple of minutes in that episode, and you mugged it off. And then I watched this afterwards, and I thought, about it. I'm bored of this part.
It's definitely worth mentioning. It was bank.
Also, can I just say that bank scene? In fact, I don't think was needed either. But I'm just saying that the things between. I was a bit like, ugh.
So where I'm probably enjoying this is, like I said, I've seen Superman 100 times, and especially after watching Smallville and this being in Smallville for people that didn't know, the town and the farm, etc. It's really nostalgia for
I've
that
seen
aspect.
this before, is what you're saying.
So seeing this, and this isn't a response to that, but this was what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So we're now seeing Clark Kent being Jonathan Kent. He's being Jonathan Kent. He's trying to do what he done with his son, with that as Jonathan done to him. And like I said, everyone knows the story. Jonathan, it's not Jor-El, it's Jonathan, which is why he's Superman. So and that's probably a bit biased because I love Superman. I love Superman probably the most in this room.
Yeah.
So I'm really enjoying him trying and struggling hard to be Jonathan Kent.
Yeah.
And I can see why people wouldn't like it. It's obviously doing well. It's rated quite highly, so people are loving it. But I can see why Craig, etc., might find it a bit boring.
I'm just not compelled. I don't really want to see a Superman who has kids. It doesn't interest me.
I'd like to see a Superboy though. I think I'd like to see that his kid with.
You might as well get fucking Crypto the dog involved as well. Then
get him involved.
Flying Super Dog.
Or check out DC Titans. Superboy's in that.
Oh yeah, watch that. Better show. No, honestly, actually, is Titans or this a better show?
No, I'd say this is a better show.
You're wrong, but no, it's up to you. So I think Titans is a better show.
I'm enjoying this aspect of.
Do you not think this is CW?
No, I don't. I really. There's moment. It definitely.
I can't even ask Connor to watch them because there's so many. So I can't ask Connor.
It definitely got more. It definitely got a little bit more CW as the episodes went on, and I really enjoyed episode 1 and 2 a lot. And then my rating come down on episode 3, 4, and 5. So I need a kick-off moment. But I think that will happen now. And
can I tell you the exact CW moment for me that I thought this is just the same? Yeah. When what's his Morgan Hunt?
Morgan Edge.
Morgan Edge. That's it. Who's Morgan Hunt? That's somewhere else. Anyway, or Morgan Chase. I don't know.
That's a bank.
Bank, isn't it? Yeah. So Morgan Edge.
Sam Wilson's bank.
Morgan Chase.
Yeah, good back there.
Morgan Chase is one of the serial killers in Dexter season.
Maybe I'll think of that. I don't know. Anyway, Morgan Edge. It was the bit where they went in the mine and suddenly he had a super powered friend, the girl, and he was like, punch through here. Bosh, it's kryptonite everywhere. I was like, this is CW all day long. Like, there's a stash of crystals that could destroy Superman. Do you know what I mean?
Don't bite, Brad.
No, but
where are they, Craig?
Yeah, in Smallville.
Yeah, what happened?
I
get you're right.
No, I get why.
It's everywhere in Smallville. It's everywhere.
I'm not disagreeing that it shouldn't be there. It was that moment was just the moment I thought this is a CW show where because this woman wasn't in she wasn't ever in other episodes, but she never was at Super Chef or whatever. And then he was like, just punch through here. He was like, cheers, punch. He was like, here's my stash of stuff I need.
Yeah.
Do you know why I like the first episode and the second really? Because of Luther.
Well, this is what I was about to come on.
And third, fourth, and fifth, just really non-existent, really.
Well, what I think they were doing was trying to explore giving Lois Lane a little bit of freedom.
Yeah.
And the villain is this Morgan Edge, etc. He's quite the obvious villain at the minute. He's then we've got this stranger, Wal Parks, and do you just want to talk about him, Con?
The stranger.
Yeah, tell us. It's sprint spoiler, so you can tell us who he is.
So, the stranger is Captain Luther.
Yes.
So, I didn't know much about Captain Luther, but knowing you know all about him in episode 3 or 2 or 3, I think it is. Is it 2?
Episode 2, when they do flashbacks.
When they do flashbacks, yeah. So, he's basically a soldier who's from another world, and he's from the world where Superman destroyed his world, and so he's come to this world to sort of stop him from doing that. So, he's not a villain. Well, he's a villain because he's causing destruction, but he's not a villain.
You're relating. I find I can relate. I'm not saying I am.
I quite like that side of it.
Yeah.
I don't like the pervy bit about Lois in the 5th episode.
Again, I think that was brilliant. I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
I know. I like the alternative Earth. Superman's gone bad. Black suit. Love black suit. But yeah, the Lois thing I was a bit like. Even the computer goes, "This isn't your Lois." He's like, "No, but it is."
It's very well linked. It's very good.
Yeah.
It's very cool flashbacks.
Yeah.
And you find out later on in the season, I think it's episode 5, where they put the sort of the thing in place. I can't remember what he says. Sort of, what's the word I'm thinking of? Where to put a Superman, you sort of got to put I can't remember what the word is.
catalyst?
No. They put like when you have something, you got to put something in on standby just in case it fails.
Oh, a fail safe.
Yeah, so it's got to put a fail safe in place,
yes.
and he names a fail
Where
safe.
Lois's dad. So it was
4311.
Again, so there's different layers. It's
has he not realised if you turn it upside down, it says hell yet?
Yeah.
So this is what I quite like. It is quite intriguing, this character, and I think
I agree.
I think we're going to get him towards this is what it's going to be. Now. I feel like they've given us our fill. And look, we love and argue. Made the listeners makes it better for you rather than us just going. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed our arguments. I completely do agree with what you're saying. This 3, 4, and 5. It did become a little bit more CW for me.
Yeah,
I was disengaged with the story a little bit more, and as I said in my review, the problem and the struggle with this show was always going to be, prior to me even watching it, the balance of Superman doing Superman things, as Connor would say, and the family drama aspect. And the balance was spot on in episodes 1 and 2, I think. Then the pendulum swung and it was off in 3, 4, and 5. But as I said, I think they just had to give Lois some spotlight, which whether it worked or not, I don't know. It's whether how they make up the ground in this end bit, because I think he even says in episode 2, Captain Luthor, that better make me my new suit, something like that.
He's got to look for something to make it better.
So he's going to come back,
and you got to go find that.
I don't know. Well, maybe it'll become Metallo. I don't know, which is famous anyway. It maybe I missed that. Maybe he's going to get like a kryptonite suit, and it's going to be that's what this is all going to culminate to. And I love the 3 layers of he's trying to stop Superman become the horrible Kal-El.
Yeah, that's a good story. I like that bit.
I like the Sam Lane element because again, Sam Lane is Lois Lane's dad's a big character, and they were like best friends on their Earth, weren't they? And in the platoon together and stuff. Yeah. And then you've got the Lois aspects, which I really didn't expect. So it's not just Luthor coming to this alternative Earth and going, I've got to stop him going bad. There's loads of layers to it. I quite like.
I agree. That is definitely the better part of the story, but it just was missing in 3, 4, and 5.
Agreed.
They need to push on with that.
Yeah. I don't give a shit about this Morgan Edge thing.
People might say I'm wrong. He is a character. Again, he's in Smallville. He's in.
I think you need to separate your love of Smallville.
But the thing is, if you do a DC series of a decade, every DC character is going to make an appearance. So they're all in there. But so Morgan Edge is in it. I've seen him in animation things. He's just a poorer version of Lex Luthor. Rich, not as smart, not as manipulating, but he is trying to be this. He's a gangster sort of thing.
Do you know what I think? Because this has been commissioned for 2 more episodes. This is why we've got this break now, isn't it?
Season 2.
Yeah, so this makes this... Is it 15 episodes it's going to be, in it? Or 13?
I don't know.
It's 13 or 15.
Right.
They're adding 2 more, aren't they? This is going to suffer big time with the amount of episodes, I think.
Yeah, I think when you got too many things... And this is a sitcom.
I agree with that.
Unless you have a sitcom with action series, it struggles the more the right.
I think you need to... Nowadays... It used to be. Do you remember when Lost used to be about? It used to be like 24 episodes.
Yeah.
Until I think there was a writer's strike or something. It brought it all down. But even now, I think you need to have series to keep interested around about 8, 10 max. No more than that.
I completely agree with that. If that's 15,
I think it's either 15 or 13.
Even 13 is going to. I agree. Even 13, I think they'll struggle. I do think something big's going to happen. I do think they're saving some budget because we know they've got some co-financing with HBO Max. But I do feel like whether it's going to be Superman against loads of these army of Superman knockoffs, or it's going to be a massive sequence with Captain Luthor. But I do feel like we will get some amazing episodes to come. But is that balance going to work?
It's just trying to stick with. It's one of them series where if the next
16. 16 of them.
Yeah,
I think
the next sort of 3 to 4 episodes are pivotal in terms of keeping people engaged. Because for me, especially, if I get to the next 2 episodes and I'm losing interest, I will just drop off.
Yeah,
and I'll be like, I can't be asked to finish it.
I didn't realize it was that long because that is that's CW shows, isn't it? They get
16. Up to some of them up to 22 even. Yeah.
So nowadays, I think 16 episodes is too long for
that's like 16 hours almost. If they're an hour each.
I'll do the math.
That will, completely agree. I didn't know it was that long. I think I just said 13 will struggle. So another 3.
2. They had 2 on, didn't they?
How are they going to keep that? We've mentioned it. How are they going to keep that balance? They won't. You won't be able to. So there's going to be we're going to see this again. We're going to see probably...
That's 10 and a half, just over 10 and a half hours. it's going to be.
We're probably going to get another really good 2 episodes, another 3 slow.
The thing is as well, because you know the budget's going into it, much like Falcon and Winter Soldier. There's per episode, there's going to be a big set, big action piece.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you now, Superman and Lois is not going to be able to do that every episode.
No.
The budget just will not stretch for that. So there's going to be some filler ones, but I thought these last 3 have been filler ones.
Yeah.
So I don't want that to continue.
No, but I think, unfortunately, I didn't realise it was that many. I think we are going to get... I've got a feeling we're probably going to get another good couple of episodes coming now. And then, to get us to episodes 10, to the double... So we might have a good episode 6 and 7, and then I think we might get like an 8, 9, 10 slow...
Lois Lane.
Jordan being a little being a dick again.
Yeah.
But one thing I did love, and I just got to say, I did well up at the Martha Kent bench scene.
The bench scene.
That was I really did like that scene.
I've got no attachment to it. So
That's exactly what you've got. Such an affiliation, much like I have with some Marvel stuff, and I get that. And you have such an affiliation with Superman, but I think if you, like Connor, if you was just watching this series and that, you didn't really care about the Martha scene. I didn't really care. I get that obviously everyone's mum is like a big part of their life, and I get it. Obviously, Superman obviously is as well, but it wasn't really, for me, it wasn't built up as a sad moment. Really, he didn't really warrant it. I'd say
the only thing I was a little bit sad. I would have liked to have seen more of them. I know that's the whole idea that Jonathan was dead, like when he was 13 or 12, 13.
Heart attack, didn't it?
Yeah, heart attack. And then you had his mum.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Not Man of Steel, of Steel, because he could have saved him. But, have him die of a natural cause and then he can't save him. That's how you do it.
I completely agree with that. So whereas I do like that, they're big characters, and one of the best things who stills in essence, I know Superman's amazing in it, but Kevin Costner in Man of Steel is just absolutely incredible. They are good characters, but they haven't been given time here. So I can get why people...
The only thing is, though, we are seeing Martha and young Clark in flashbacks. So that's
maybe we will get a Jonathan. I don't know.
I think you probably will.
16 episodes.
Yeah, you're right.
I think so, yeah.
So as a sort of mid-season, would you recommend?
I'd recommend it.
Yeah.
I would say if you like the CW shows, watch it. If you never watch them, don't bother.
As an impartial, I would probably say give it a watch. It's worth a watch and just see what you think.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I don't think you can. Yeah, let's give it a benefit of that. I don't think you can throw it into the same category as CW. You can't.
I honestly, other than
most reviews are saying, near and on every review is saying it as well. So
most of the reviews were based on the first 2 that were released.
No, to do some research, I looked at about
fair.
10 yeah.
Okay, well, look, I watched, I think 6 episodes of Arrow, 3 series of Flash, the first 2 of Supergirl. Let's not DC Legends of Tomorrow.
I'm going to send you a couple of clips.
Yeah,
you can't take them out. You can't take them out of
really
context.
Bad ones. Just I'll send you a couple of clips. You watch.
That's out. You can't. That's out of context. You can't do that.
It might be the same. But it's not the same.
Listen. I'm not saying it's the same. I'm not saying it's bang on.
It's just not.
But what I'm saying is the first couple of series of Arrow, and even the first series of Flash was pretty good, and not as how it is now.
Yeah.
And I think this 16 episodes, you give it a series 2. This is CW.
Fair enough. I don't think I get what you're saying. I don't think I would say that. So on a recommendation, you might say if you don't like family drama or you're not too attached to Superman, you probably might not be for you. But if you're a fan of DC and you've dropped like me and dropped off the CW show, I would recommend this. I would hope someone would recommend this to me because I wouldn't class this personally as CW.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't think you could say that in a recommendation that if you didn't like the CW, you won't like this.
It's not fair. It's fair to say if you like the CW shows, you will like this. That's what I'm saying. You will like it.
No. What in your recommendation, then you just said if you with the CW shows, if you didn't like that, you won't like this.
No, I said if you do like the CW shows, you'll like this.
Right, okay.
Because you will, because it is better. I'm definitely saying it's better than them.
Yeah.
But especially that last 3 and some of the cheesiness that was in it, and especially the villain, punch through the thing and shits there. I was like, that was very almost, like Power Rangers back in the day, sort of villain-esque. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to continue watching it.
It'll be a good. I'm scared now with the 16 episodes. We're going to come back and go, fuck me. But let's just I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I think we all will, and we'll watch it because of this anyway. But
let me pose a question then.
Yeah,
Go on.
2 questions. I'm not asking you this first one.
Yeah,
it's for you.
Go on.
If you wasn't doing this,
Yeah.
and Brad told you watch the first episode,
Yeah.
would you still be watching?
Off the first episode,
Yeah, but now you've watched 5, would you still be watching?
if I wasn't doing this, I probably wouldn't watch it so religiously. I'd probably watch it when maybe it's all out, and I'd watch it in stages.
Yeah.
Off the first episode, I would carry on.
Yeah, you completely
I'll
agree.
carry on
Maybe
the
the first
first
2, like I said,
Yeah.
the first 2. Okay, here's the other question, and you're part of this. So you've had 5 episodes of Superman and Lois. You've had 2 episodes of Falcon and Winter Soldier. Biases aside, what's the better show?
I personally, that's a tough question because I've just ended on a good, because we've had a not a great episode in the first one, but a really good episode of the second. This is Falcon and Winter Soldier, by the way. So we've had a really good, not a great one, and then a really good one, and then we had, in my opinion, of Superman and Lois, 2 good ones, and then 3 not great ones. So It's very similar. I'm finding that really hard. I probably would. I'm trying to take bias aside. Oh, I don't know.
See, it's hard. I'm not as attached to Falcon and Winter Soldier as I thought I would be. Mm-hmm. But budget-wise and sort of what it looks like...
No, forget that.
So you're talking about just...
What's the forget the characters and the shows. What's the better
This
show?
This is how you answer it. They both come out next Friday. What are you watching first?
I will probably watch... Well, that's just scheduling because of Holly.
No.
Come on,
what would I watch first?
That's a good question.
I would watch Falcon and Winter Soldier first. But the question is, what would you prefer? Out of the 5 of this and 2 of that, I would probably, at the moment, prefer Superman and Lois.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Fair play. I think I probably would. That might change when I see more of Falcon. It's a bit harsh on Falcon and Winter Soldiers because we haven't seen much, and at the minute it's not what I thought it would be. I'm hoping it is going to be after that last one.
Then you got to remember it. You got to say
yeah. So I would probably edge it to, if they both come out next week, I'd watch Superman and Lois first, and I probably would say I'm enjoying it a little bit more. I've got a feeling.
But how are we going to compare this at the end? Because there's only going to be 6 Falcon and Winter Soldier episodes, and they're going to be 16.
You judge it. They told a story in 6 episodes. How did they tell a story in 13? 16.
Yeah.
Probably not going to tell it great. I imagine by the end of it, I will enjoy Falcon and Winter Soldier more.
Yeah.
But at the minute, on that question, I think I'm swinging just towards Superman and Lois.
Yeah. Good question, though.
Yeah.
I like it. Good pose.
Shall we ask Jeff Bridges to save us all?
Come on,
Yes.
Bunch of scraps!
It's that time. I've only got 1 scrap today.
I've only got 1 too. Hit us.
Oh, it's going to be a small scrap. So this is off Better Call Saul. It's a comment from Bob Odenkirk. And his comment was, I've been told by Peter Gould, who's a co-creator, that when Better Call Saul wraps up, everyone will see Breaking Bad in a different light. And he said, I think there are more amazing things to come that will comment on or inform the actual incidents of Breaking Bad in a surprising way. So I thought they were quite interesting comments.
Very.
I'm not sure how to take it.
You don't look very happy.
I'm not.
You look a bit.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure what he means, but I'm trying to work it out all day.
I don't want something to... So I'm not really watching this anyway, but I don't want something in that show to change...
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? How you think about... I don't want that, because Breaking Bad is near on perfect, so... No.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
So
just leave it.
Yeah, I think I agree. But yeah, that's my script.
Okay.
You want to hit us up?
I don't have one.
Oh, right.
Oh, no, actually, I have this one, which I sent to you. So I'm going to read this tweet out exactly how it's tweeted. So David Hasselhoff has been cast as David Hasselhoff in a new TV series that follows David Hasselhoff, who gets caught in an international conspiracy of former Cold War assassons. That's
really
the tweet. And, yeah.
Wow.
So, sweet.
Really
Who was in that again?
It's David Hasselhoff.
I've only got one for the sort of army of Lucifer fans. There is, believe it or not, there is.
Is there?
Season 5, part 2, which is the last part, that arrives May 28th, 2021. Obviously, don't know if anyone know, it was saved by Netflix.
Yeah.
So
There's a petition behind that, wasn't there?
Yeah, it has got a bit of a fan following, mainly because of that Tom Ellis. He is quite cool.
He's a good-looking fellow as well.
Oh, not at all. But yeah, me and my partner, we like it, so we're looking forward to it.
Jim?
Jim, yeah. he's not well in a minute, but yeah, no, looking forward to it. But yeah, it's coming back for you Lucifer fans.
Yeah. Shall I wrap us up?
Yeah, I ain't got nothing.
That is the show. So thanks for listening. Next week we've got Godzilla v Kong, so come back for that.
Yeah.
You'll have our reviews on Friday probably, or this week you'll have our review.
Yeah.
Weekly Cut Instagram, Weekly Cut Twitter. We're building. Go ahead, go look over, follow, like.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends, please do. The podcast, obviously, you found it on SoundCloud.
He's falling into the same trap as me too in the podcast.
SoundCloud or Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Also going to be on YouTube as well.
Yes.
This week, so go follow that Weekly Cut. But the link will be on Instagram as well. That's it.
Sweet.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.